Gentleman inside the elevator tells me, I'm gonna take my father out. He was involved in MK Ultra. And he says to me, I'm gonna take my father out. I'm gonna put him in the car. We usually go with the car, he says. And we drive around. And then I bring him back. And so I figure out that's a great idea. Let's go. No place better for my father than Otočec. This place here. And, the place where my father is at, there is no way you can afford COVID. If it's a COVID, you get the COVID. There is no fucking way you can avoid it. The COVID was right across the hallway to the left with doors totally fucking open for literally for anybody that could pass by would get one. There's no way you can avoid. Nurses walk without masks, unprotected, back and forth from room to room. What they do in the room with a COVID patient, they come straight into the room to the father. Other rooms, everybody's coughing. Whatever you're gonna do, you're not gonna avoid one, because sooner or later you're gonna get one. And it's not gonna be nothing easy on you if you're inside of the bed all the time. So before my father would get one, I decided I'm gonna take one out for a little son. My mother is taking him out every day. She took him the same day as I did out. And what I do different from mother is I try to rehabilitate father with a little bit of walking. He doesn't do the walking because I hold him in my hands, really. I hold him up in my hands, but at least I make him move his legs. And I think that's really, really beneficial for blood circulation. I think it does him really good. And so I figure out that my father is going to be in a better shape in case of a new infection such as COVID if I do this stuff. And I'm pretty sure he's going to get through much better this time, because at least he was doing a little exercise with me before this COVID finally also caught up with him. And so, as you see, this recording is from 6 days ago. This was on October the 29th that took place. And it was a beautiful, warm day, still a warm day. Yeah, I dressed him up in a jacket like this and stuff because I really don't want him to catch a cold. And another thing is I want him to be comfortable as much as possible. His circulation is not like of a regular human being. He doesn't move, he's on the bed, and so that's why I dressed him properly like that. That's how I feel. And what we do is we had at Otočec castle, but there's a lot of water around. He loves the water. Something I must say, Novo Mesto police did too. Novo Mesto police, when they kept him inside of the home for elderly people, would have one transported just like this on a wheelchair from home for elderly people to Otočec, to Šempeter, to different areas, and demanded from my father to compare me to them. That's one thing. And the second thing, demanded from me to never take him anywhere in the car. Absolutely not all the way to Otočec. It was a time when they would even encourage me to take him to a Krka Thermotehnika. That's a little bit under the dam where we live. but under no circumstances to Otočec. And I realized under no circumstances to Otočec because of Home for Elderly director. Home for Elderly director who was involved all along, I recall her, would turn into a dragon if she would only hear me during MK Ultra about my attempts of taking father to Otočec. And they went on to threaten, suggest me that if they get me at Otočec, they're gonna write me a ticket that's going to be a phone calls that's going to be coming from Home for Elderly, such as a missing person and so on. It was all kinds of anxiety stuff they did right at the Otočec, where my father was allowed to stay once or twice even inside of the room. I cannot believe that this was such a pathetic crew of criminals from this Novo Mesto police station, but they truly were. They used my father like a tool, do with my father whatever the fuck they were pleased. He was not really like a human being, because he just doesn't know right from wrong. He is just, they grabbed him, they threw him, whatever they threw him, he complied with it. And that's how this stuff went on. He is not like myself. He is extremely compliant with police. Whatever the police would say to him to do, you just do it. And the same thing is with my mother. They were using them best their abilities for whatever they wanted to portray us. And well, there's nothing to say. These are the last days of 2024 during which I felt I can still take him out for a ride which he didn't have already for almost 3 years. Must have been 3 years since he was the last time at this beautiful place of Otočec. And it's too bad I couldn't keep him there for longer, but it was also end of the day and we had to return back. And so it was a little short visit with my father. And I know that out of pure evil, Novo Mesto police with Home for Elderly people, director included, did not want me to come anywhere even close to. And I know it was not for my concern, but they just didn't want me to spend and father with me quality time together. That's all there is. COVID is COVID. I continue to come back to my father on, which is recorded on 29. I came back on 30 and 31st and so on. Finally, till COVID caught up with me to the degree that I didn't want to go to him anymore. Father also doesn't feel good. This was the last time we went out, but mother took him out even after the 29th and so on. But well, I didn't want to do it anymore, so this was it. Let's go to Otočec. This COVID shit, by the way, it started on my father's floor already like 10 days earlier. It started about on October the 20th. And I'm not surprised because it was the police, Novo Mesto police, who played with the COVID. They played with the COVID during MK Ultra procedures. And so when I consider that this was the week when I had several police proceedings, hearings at the Novo Mesto police station, if you look at the dates, this one's actually 31st. And this one is actually the 30 was the one about, the 30 is this one here. And then you have this one here is October the 29. And this one is October the 29. October, what is it? October the 25th. And then you have October the 29. This tells you something little, right? It was the police that scheduled me. Ministry, internal ministry, wherever, interior ministry that scheduled me for a meeting with the Stefanich on October the 25th. So you see, they planted COVID accordingly with a date. You see right there, I had to appear at the police station, and I avoided one. I managed to avoid one. Father was also not so, you know, it was just somehow, some way, for quite some time restricted to that room. It did not spread anywhere. You have here October the 29th. I still made it through without this problem, this called COVID problem. October the 30th, and also October the 30th. So I had several entire week long meetings with a Novo Mesto police station, with officers from Novo Mesto police station and also Ljubljana and so on. So I know that this is a police job. I know, because it's just, they start moving. First of all, father is in there. One of the reasons why father is in there, and it's just as I explained, police played with a cold viruses issues inside of the home for elderly people. They literally played with it. They measured, searched what impact that this have on people and so on, and also how to use them best of their abilities. There's nothing to explain here. This is the shit that went on during MK Ultra procedure. When it comes to this issue, it becomes very, very clear, it becomes very evident that the one doing this kind of stuff was police. I truly was shocked when I came to father, and it really, really shocked me. As soon as I came to him, they were gonna go and take care of him, which I love very much, for them to take care of his clothing and feed him and stuff like this. You know, replace diapers and stuff like this is a must. And so usually this is not a case, but you know, I started to come earlier, and so of course I thankfully left room to give father time so they can do, you know, they can clean him, take care of him and so on. But what surprised me truly is, and it happened repeatedly, because this shit happened repeatedly, that I would come, and as soon as I would come, they came to change the father's diapers and stuff like this, take care of him, which never was happening before. So whenever I came, I found, as soon as I would turn to the left side, walk down the hallway, always the door from the patient with the COVID-19, doors wide open. With nurses literally going in and out like it's nothing really. That's truly something that shocks me. And so when I stated it was a police that was playing with these things, that is police behind this stuff, they definitely contemplated on. Due to police hearings I had at the Novo Mesto police station. It's not a coincidence, it's not something like that. You know that you have a COVID, you have to keep the patient isolated from the rest of the floor. In this case, the doors are just simply wide open, like nothing. The area, the direction where I had it, truly was the area where maybe most of the people would not even head to. Therefore, left all the way to the end of the hallway. But this was exactly the area. There is like a place you can see right there at the end of the hallway too, in another room next to it, where most of the people go and sit. Where you can go and you can sit also. And to me, that area is very, very motivational because of torture which went on throughout my childhood inside of this home for elderly people, where I was delivered to. In a building adjacent to this building, at the end of the hallway is where that building is located. I hope I'm gonna get to that building and investigate one, because this was the building where Milan Kuchan repeatedly would deliver me at home for elderly people, using also Gregor Golobic, Robert Golob, and so on. I'm trying to do a lot of memories, and especially in the area where I go, where you turn left. This was the area where psychiatrist Peter Kapsch would go. Psychiatrist Peter Kapsch did not go in the right direction. He always turned left direction. So I'm using all these channels to recall memories and such as much as possible in that type of environment. Trying to get to a lot of things to the bottom. So this is why basically I had it that way. But sure, there's no reason to keep the doors open like that. This is basically entire floor that is now coughing. Everybody got it anyways. You don't need much to for a virus like this to spread throughout the hallway, especially in a way I explained, pointed out. So that's all. Kako si? Kako si, Piki? Vidno, tole malo se te obril, malo se te drgnili malo, malo se te šmerglali. Šmergla se te malo, a? Šmergelčkal, a? Ti meni povej, če greš ti ven delat malo. Kaj je, gremo malo v akcijo? Gremo malo na lepš, je sonček od zunaj, lepo je od zunaj, pet. Se zrihtamo, ajde. Oops.
Kako se počutiš, to mi povej? Kašaš veliko?
Tako,
Kar povej, reči.
najboljše.
Ja, pa gremo malo ven na zrak, ne, kaj ti praviš? Te duši? Te hudo duši?
Kaj je rekla?
Pravim, če te hudo duši, kaj je ti s tabo? Kako se počutiš? Govor malo. Ne gremo mi dovolj. Ne gremo mi dovolj nikamor.
Ja. Slabo je to.
Zdaj sem dovolj.
Vmes to je videl, koga je stavil, če je ali ni, ali koga je. Ne vem, če bova šla midva v noče. Ok.
Probamo vse, da vidimo, kaj je. Čakaj. Ne se ne napenjaj, ne napenjaj se. Ne napenjaj se nič, kaj te jaz vzdignem vse. Ne napenjaj se, tu če se napenjal, boš šel nazaj.
Počas.
Ko imaš hlačke, kaj imaš čiste hlačke? Če imaš čiste hlačke? No, imaš kurec, imaš čiste. Treba zamenjati. Ta prvi mislim, da jih bomo zamenjali, ali šlejte prvi ven. Če gremo ven, pa so ljudje, pa smrdiš tam, pa ni dobro tu. Kaj ni to narediti? Žal. Žal, ne vidim to. Nije tako kritično. To, ja. Tako, čakamo. Si pripravljen? They do have some kind of COVID something. And I see they left me here. This was from MK Ultra. They told me it's a mucus from mouth. We're going to leave you here for now to take father out. But the father have to function. Have to be active. The biggest problem the father is facing is being non-active inside of the bed all the time. And so we gotta go out. It's warm, it's sunny outside, and these are the last days of 2024 that are still warm. He's okay. This too was part of MK Ultra, not supposed to come here at the Otočec. Director of the Home for Elderly People was the one who was so nasty during MK Ultra. She branded me everything but normal. And it was compulsory to get my father killed. Compulsory not getting him out. Compulsory. It was a good stuff. Investigators play with it, how far I can take father. Not allowed to bring him here. My mother was like a dragon about me taking father out from Home for Elderly People, especially not here in this place. Ti si še zelo priseben si. Kje si pa podgradil, si rekel, da si podgradil, kje?
Kje sem rekel?
Ja, tle si rekel, da si podgradil tamle. Katero pod si gradil?
Na unem koncu.
Ne, tle, ke smo bili, si rekel, tle si podgradil.
Sem pod sem gradil tle. In odprl jo.
Koliko časa nazaj?
Ja, precej že.
Precej, ne? To kar takole imej lepo maskico, da boš to plumo not.
Hi.
Hi.
Do you speak English?
Yeah.
Where are you from? Or Slovenia?
Yeah.
Another.
No,
Slovenia.
Slovenia. Yeah.
Okay.
And you?
Brother?
Yeah.
Oh, I am from Kosovo. Visit my brother in Slovenia. My brother working in here. And these girls, my brothers and my sister.
Yeah.
Have a nice day. Bye-bye.
Yeah, okay, thank you. You too. Bye-bye. Have a nice day.
Thank you so much.
You have a nice photos over there.
It's very beautiful.
Yeah. Good. Bye. Kje pa je dobro za platnice pol?
Ja, platnica je una stran boljša.
A ja? A tako? A tle pa da ni tako v redu?
Ni tako.
Ni tako dobro.
Tle so ščuke bolj.
A ščuke so tle not? Je pa lepo tle, ni lepo tlele? Ja.
Zelo lepo.
No.
Pretty.
Kaj pa tlele? Kaj pa tukaj je za kaj?
Ja,
Kaj pa tle so jame kaj?
to so platnice.
Platnice? Tlele sem gledal, so tudi velike krape ujeli. Tlele.
Ja,
Tlele. Velike krape se dobili tlele. Se spomniš onega iz Slovenije športa?
to je moj oče domov ribolov.
A ja? Tvoj oče je tukaj, kaj je tvoj? Ribe lovijo tle ali kaj?
Ja,
Iz Slovenije športa, veš tam kje je ribiška družina bila tudi.
ja, vem.
Ja. Kateri je bil tisti možakar, kako mu je bil? On tle hod krape lovit. Pa kako mu je ime že?
Ja, jih je veliko hodilo, ali nisem eden bil.
Ja ne, ampak ti si iz Slovenije športa, ki je vedno, ki smo od njega kupovali
Ja.
rolce. Ja.
Pa ščuke so lepe. pa
Krape je tlele ven v letu.
Tomi pa ščuke.
Tlele krapi veliki. Krape je tukaj ven vlekel, velike.
Tudi.
Ja. There is no signal here, whatever I try to do. Father is without the TV. Again. Something that already happened before, something that keeps happening.
The area, the direction where I had it, truly was the area where maybe most of the people would not even head to. Therefore, I left all the way to the end of the hallway. But this was exactly the area. There is like a place you can see right there at the end of the hallway too, in another room next to it, where most of the people go and sit. Where you can go and you can sit also. And to me, that area is very, very motivational because of torture which went on throughout my childhood inside of this home for elderly people where I was delivered to. In a building adjacent to this building, at the end of the hallway is where that building is located. I hope I'm gonna get to that building and investigate one, because this was the building where Milan Kuchan repeatedly would deliver me at home for elderly people, using also Gregor Golobic, Robert Golob, and so on. I'm trying to do a lot of memories, and especially in the area where I go, where you turn left. This was the area where psychiatrist Peter Kapsch would go. Psychiatrist Peter Kapsch did not go in the right direction. He always turned left direction. So I'm using all these channels to recall memories and such as much as possible in that type of environment. Trying to get to a lot of things to the bottom. So this is why basically I had it that way. I was sure there's no reason to keep the doors open like that. This is basically entire floor that is now coughing. Everybody got it anyways. You don't need much to for a virus like this to spread throughout the hallway, especially in a way I explained, pointed out. So that's all.